This prince on a white horse is preparing to travel to another world, to search for the woman he loves. On his way to the gate of time and space, he is stopped by his own guard. In the end, Caden has no choice but to bring his guard David with him through the portal. When David sees two stone pillars appear out of thin air, he freezes completely. As they pass through time and space, time comes to a halt once again. At the same time, the traitor Henry discovers that Caden has secretly left the palace yet again. His plan for rebellion is also moving forward in the shadows. Meanwhile, Zoe is still at the police station, staring at the blank file Caden left behind. She can't help but think of him again. A smile slowly appears at the corner of her mouth. After getting off work and heading home, she has just unbuckled her seatbelt. When she sees Caden standing straight at her front door, her eyes instantly turn red. She jumps out of the car. The two lock eyes. Zoe rushes forward and tightly hugs the man she has been thinking about day and night. Everything happens so fast it almost feels unreal. Zoe then takes Caden to her father's taekwondo gym. She spots a familiar figure standing there. Subconsciously, she assumes it's her co-worker Rick, and even jokes about his hairstyle and strange outfit. But when the man looks back with a confused expression, Zoe finally realizes this person isn't Rick but David. At this moment, David is just like Zoe was when she first arrived in this world, holding up his phone and desperately searching for a signal. Zoe immediately questions Caden. Why did he bring David along? Because in this world, there is someone who looks exactly like David. Caden insists that nothing will go wrong, but reality slaps him in the face the very next second. All four of them freeze at the same time. David stares at Rick with the afro. Rick stares at David with the slicked back hair. The air instantly solidifies. Zoe wants to explain, but has no idea where to even begin. Just as Caden is about to speak, Rick is so frightened by the sight of someone identical to himself that he faints on the spot. Zoe rushes over to wake Rick up. Rick screams non-stop, completely unable to accept reality. Rick begins carefully examining David, and suddenly realizes that he's actually pretty good looking. He even complains about why Zoe never pointed this out to him before. Zoe is completely speechless, but she finally confirms one thing. Caden really is an emperor from another world. To avoid causing more trouble, they bring both men back to Rick's place, but these two identical looking men start provoking each other the moment they meet. Rick smugly says that he was appointed by his emperor brother as the strongest swordsman. David turns to look at Caden, and Caden can only awkwardly explain that he had no other choice at the time. David closes his eyes in disappointment. Zoe tells everyone to sit down, and sternly warns them that they must never go out at the same time. Rick can be active during the day, and David will switch with him at night. Both of them immediately protest, demanding to know why. David suddenly suggests an extreme solution. Leave only one person behind. The next second, all three of them turn to look at Rick. Rick takes off his jacket, and declares, since they can't coexist peacefully, they might as well settle it head-on. Zoe tells them to eat some fruit and calm down first. Then she pulls Caden away, leaving behind only the two identical men, alone together in the room.